Hey everyone, thanks for joining me on today's office hours. Today I'm going to talk about the Domain Monitor extension. The Domain Monitor extension will help you to keep an eye on expiration dates of your domains and make sure that they're in good standing. What happens is once you've connected your child site to your dashboard using the Domain Monitor, you'll be kept up to date on expiration dates of your domain, and you'll get email notifications to tell you when they're going to expire. It's a very useful extension, and I'm sure you'll see the value in it if you've ever run into an issue where you've accidentally let a domain expire. So let's get started. As you can see here, I've got the Domain Monitor extension installed. So let's go ahead and I got there by going to Extensions and then Domain Monitor. And then I'll go and I'll check all sites domains. Once it has connected and added them, you'll see right here I've got the domains and I've got the URLs, and then it also tells me the domain name, which these sites are test sites that we have on our Cloudways server, and then it tells us exactly when they're going to expire. So cloudways.com obviously is going to expire a long way down the road here. Next, what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to set up how often I want this checked. So you can set it for how far in advance you want the notification of the expiration of the domain. You can set it for 7 days in advance, or however much you want. 7 days is usually pretty good for me, but you can set it to whatever you want. And then you can set it to also automatically check the domains. So you can have it checked daily, once a week, twice a month, or once monthly. Now, for me, because domains are so important, obviously, I'm going to want to check mine once a day. So once I set mine to once a day, I'll go ahead and save the settings. Now, as you can see, we have a list of supported TLDs. If I click on this, it's going to show us all the TLDs that are automatically supported. So, you know, your typical .coms, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Of course, there are a lot of TLDs that may not be on this list. And if that is the case, you can manually set a TLD. So if I wanted to set up a TLD that is not supported automatically, all that I need to do is go from my Domain Monitor dashboard and go to the site overview for a specific site. From there, I can click on Domain Monitor right here, and then I can click on Settings. In my settings, I can do a manual domain information, and then I'll click Save Settings, and then you'll see that I've got this new tab up here, and if I click on that, I can go ahead and I can add everything manually. So you can set up your domain name, you can set up your registration URL, your registrar URL, in this particular case, cloudways.com, cloudwaysapps.com is registered through Namecheap. And then I can set up, and this is the important part, the creation date, the update date, and then the expiration date. So this is what's going to trigger your email that tells you that your domain is up for renewal. And then you can set your name servers here. Once you've got that entered, you click on Save Settings, and now you have it manually entered. So this is a great way to set up a TLD that may not be supported automatically, like a .com or .org, of course, are automatically supported, but some of the others may not be. Once back at your main extensions page, you can see here that it now has a different mode for each domain. For this one, this is the one that I entered manually, you can see that it has this icon which indicates that the domain was added manually. And then this icon indicates that it was retrieved automatically. This is a really simple extension, but it can be invaluable because, once again, as I mentioned before, if you ever happen to have let a domain expire, it's a little bit embarrassing, especially if it's a client's domain. So this is just one more way that the MainWP dashboard helps you to stay on top of everything that you do for your clients. And the more clients you get, the easier it is to overlook things like this. So using the domain monitor is going to save you a lot of heartache and headache and probably some pretty tough conversations in the future. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next week.